With Alpha 3.18, which will be released in December, we will receive the first version of the cargo refactor, in addition to the previously announced features such as persistent entity streaming. And this changes first of all the generation of lootable cargo units, which were previously converted from the large standard cargo units into small boxes when a ship exploded. However, under certain circumstances, several thousand small boxes would have had to be looted here, which was a tedious and uninteresting undertaking simply because of the huge number. Therefore, in the future, a percentage of the transported freight will be generated in the actual large standard freight units, which will initially be lootable with the tractor beam outside of green zones. This freight, which has finally been physicalized, can therefore be reloaded. However, this of course also applies to other players who, after destroying the ship, have access to around 25% of the load and can then appropriate it. A festival for pirates, although we can only hope that there will be a balancing act here. However, the first version of the cargo refactor does not yet include physical loading and unloading, but only the possibility of moving the cargo units with the tractor beam outside of green zones. A first important and correct step towards a comprehensible freight mechanism. But the freight interface at the kiosks has also been extensively updated and adapted to the building blocks technology, which means that the trade and goods system has also undergone a major update. This finally improves trading in 3.18, which should also make this update very interesting for traders, because different freight areas can also be selected and the demand for goods can be viewed and tracked. On the other hand, we hope that there will be no systematic hunt for traders, since the first version of the cargo refactor clearly played into the hands of pirate players. Presumably it is also the hour of birth of paid escort jobs. There was also news on generating outposts and structures on planets and moons with lots of pyro footage seen. The tool used for this already offers extensive possibilities and is actively used to create lively areas. In addition to settlements and industrial areas, smaller individual structures are also possible in order to represent a diversity and comprehensible world. With just a few steps, new areas can be generated, which are not only used for pyro and new worlds. The already existing Stanton system is also extensively adapted and expanded with this technology. The tool already seems quite advanced and mature, although it has only been around for about a year. And not only settlements are created with it, because wrecks and mission elements can also be created with it, which brings with it a multitude of new and previously unseen possibilities. However, we will not get pyro and the elements that are there with Alpha 3.18, but at a later point in time and supposedly version 4.0. But at the moment, of course, one of the biggest events is coming up this year. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2952, which will take place over 13 days at Microtech. Here, anyone interested can test Star Citizen for free with the Free Fly. Without any restrictions, all players have the opportunity to try out over 100 ships free of charge, and of course there is the biggest sale of the year with some new products and special offers. And we cordially invite you to our daily Twitch live streams, with daily giveaways and more. See you soon, and see you in the verse.